Time for your World Soccer Review here on your Monday the 28th. We will take you through the 4 matches that happened today. We'll get you ready for everything that is going on tomorrow. We'll go through the standings and go through permutations, combinations, and math. I know a lot of folks sat there and said that there wouldn't be any math on the show, but there's going to have to be math probably as we roll forward. So let's go backward and take a peek at the 4 matches from your Monday, starting off 5 o'clock in the morning East Coast time. And it was crazy. When does 1-0 end up being 3-3? When Cameroon has a lead, when Serbia comes all the way back to lead 3-1, and then Cameroon comes storming back themselves. So, coming into the match, Serbia was a minus 141, and your draw was a plus 277. Cameroon was a plus 430. Here's the 6th goal from the earliest of the early morning matches, thanks to our friends at Telemundo Sports.
Ahora sí está. Arranca y quiere uno más. Aquí la tiene el 10. ¡Esto es!
Ahora sí está.
¡Gol! ¡Qué jugada de Abubakar! En 4 minutos acaba de resolver para su equipo. Un golazo, después asistencia.
Para mí está no.
Y gol de Choupo-Moting. A ver qué dice el VAR. Jaime, ¿cómo la viste?
Salvo que haya quedado el lateral derecho de nuevo, pero...
Parece, en la primera toma que tenemos, me parece que sí está ligeramente adelantado, Obviamente la van a revisar.
Bueno.
Ahora, interesante ver que el árbitro asistente no levantó la bandera.
Sí.
A ver. Si no es 11, ya voy sacándomelo.
No, levantó.
No,
Está
otra vez
habilitado. Está habilitado.
Bueno.
Está habilitado.
Ahí está el gol. El que marcó diferencia, el que entró al segundo tiempo.
Bueno, les quiero decir que minuto, ¿qué? 60 ahí.
No, bueno, pero todavía no va para ninguno.
¿Cómo?
Todavía no está para ninguno.
No, pero que ya no está liquidado, ya empataron, así que tengo que ser fiel a mi palabra y lamentablemente...
Chao, loco.
Siéntese.
Me estoy retirando.
No.
Así que muy buena transmisión.
No.
So could South Korea and Ghana match what happened in Cameroon and Serbia? For the most part, yeah. When it came to the match itself, one shy of matching the number of goals, but just as nuts. Here's what happened early on. Salisu scores early for the Ghanaian side to give them a 1-0 lead, courtesy of our friends at Telemundo Sports.
Va a ser Kudus entonces el zurdo. No, va Yeo ahora. Querían amagar. Atención con este centro. La pelota queda suelta. Acá está. ¡Gol! ¡Gol! De Ghana. La pelota queda suelta y aparece el central Mohamed Salisu. Marca su segundo gol con la camiseta de Ghana. Señoras y señores, por algo hicieron tanto amague, por algo buscaban mandar ese centro ahí justo donde aparece Salisu para capturar esa pelota que había quedado totalmente suelta. Gana 1-0.
Muy bien la acción de a balón parado, vemos ahí qué listo es, cómo se gira.
2 goals in 5 matches for Salisu, 2 goals in his entire time so far with Southampton. Safe to say that international play is a benefit to Salisu and his dossier, shall we say. Coming into the match, Ghana was a plus 179, your draw a plus 213. South Korea a slight favorite at a plus 175. So, if you're, say, South Korea, what do you do for an encore? Well, in the second half, Cho, 2 goals in 3 minutes. Here's the second one to tie it at 2, once again, courtesy of our friends at Telemundo Sports.
La tiene Heung-min-Son. Va a llegar, sí, va a llegar. Atención con este centro. Aquí está el segundo. ¡Gol! ¡Gol! ¡De Corea! Lo hizo nuevamente Chung-Win-Son. Cómo se elevó el 9, el centro forzado, pero perfecto para la llegada del delantero, para la llegada del goleador que nuevamente y de cabeza marca el 2-2. Tenía razón Vichy, 4 goles.
Y Natalia tenía razón también, se desprende el número 3, segundo centro que tira de muy buena forma y convierte el 9 un gol en el área chica, ¿no? increíble, pero la pelota superó.
So Salisu had one. Kudus had the other two for Ghana, including this one with 20 minutes to go. That would be the deciding margin to make it 3-2, courtesy of our friends at Telemundo Sports.
Se la dieron a Mensah, viene el centro, puede ser acá, Iñaki se fue en blanco, viene el remate, gol. ¡Gol! ¡De Ghana! Lo hizo otra vez Kudus. Se había ido en blanco, terrible error de Iñaki, pero Kudus lo aprovecha y de zurda lo cambia por gol. Señoras y señores, qué partido. Lo ganaba 2-0 Ghana, lo empató Corea 2-2 y lo está ganando ahora Ghana con gol de Kudus.
Y qué gol, porque mire, el desborde es muy bueno, pifia y le mete un zurdazo cruzado. Nada que hacer el arquero de Corea. Ahí le pifia muy feo el número 20 con toda la parte interna del pie, cruzando el balón. Muy lindo gol. Y como dijimos, un partido que se iba a definir por algunos errores. Y aquí está.
Salisu, Kudus, and Kudus going up with the 2 goals for Cho. Ghana, full points at a plus 179. We'll get into the standings in just a little bit. 11 o'clock Eastern time. Brazil and Switzerland. Switzerland hung tough with their defense until about 7 minutes to go. Then it was Casemiro with a little help. Here's that goal, courtesy of our friends at Telemundo Sports.
A ver si frota la lámpara Vini. La toca bien el remate. ¡Golazo! A los 38 minutos, y no me lo anule Barton, que ya grité 2 veces. Gana Brasil 1-0, Mauro.
Qué golazo de Casemiro, que para mí, debo decir, el partido contra Serbia fue el mejor de Brasil en el terreno de juego. Hoy hace un gol importante para Brasil, en un momento que el equipo no hizo un buen partido, no jugó bien Brasil hoy, pero consigue una victoria. Si se mantiene este resultado, muy importante para Brasil. Un jugador ahí que tiene mucha personalidad, mucho carácter y que me gusta mucho, que es Casemiro. Y gana tiempo porque va a necesitar recuperar a Neymar, recuperar a Danilo, porque hoy Brasil no jugó bien.
1-0, Brazil advances. Then we get to the last match of the day, Portugal and Uruguay. Early on, official score couldn't figure out who got the goal. Was it CR37's hair? Was it Bruno Fernandes? The answer ended up being the latter. But he would get one on his own from the spot at 90+3 to salt it away for Portugal, courtesy of our friends at Telemundo Sports.
Camino a la pelota. Ahí va. Bruno Fernandes. ¡Gol! De Portugal. Bruno Fernández lo hizo. Va a ganar la selección portuguesa 2-0 por el mismo marcador que hace 4 años y medio en Rusia ganó Uruguay. Esta vez el fútbol le está dando revancha a Portugal.
De qué manera lo cobró, con su estilo, siempre haciendo ese saltito antes para ver hacia dónde se mueve el guardameta y después se lo toca hacia el otro costado. Un 2-0 que parece ya definitivo para Portugal, el cual le va a dar la clasificación con 6 puntos.
Igual un 2-0, 9 minutos. No digo, está muy bien Portugal, pero puede llegar a ocurrir ahora que podamos hacer el gol.
Todo puede pasar.
El 2-0 es un resultado traicionero del fútbol, el peor resultado del fútbol. Y quedan 9 minutos.
Portugal advances with the 2-0 win over Uruguay at a -108 going in. Uruguay was basically a +350 in the composite. The draw was north of plus 230 at about a plus 235 in the composite. So, recapping the scores on the day, Cameroon and Serbia, a 3-3 draw. Ghana knocks off South Korea by the score of 3-2. Brazil 1-0 over Switzerland. Portugal 2-0 over Uruguay, which gets us into the standings, and it takes us into the tail end of match day 2. Group G now, Brazil, once again, 2 wins. They have not given up a goal. They are at 6 points. They advance. Switzerland right now 3 points with the win and the draw, even on goal difference, 1 scored, 1 against. Cameroon and Serbia. Cameroon with a -1 in goal difference. Serbia a -2 in goal difference. They each have 1 point and are going to need a full result against their opponents to possibly have a chance to snag that number 2 spot in Group G come match day 3. Group H, Portugal, both of their matches come up with wins. They are now at 6 points, 5 goals scored, 2 against. Ghana right now is in second with a 3-point total with the loss and the win. 1 win and the loss and goal difference dead even. 5 scored, 5 against. South Korea and Uruguay for 2 matches each. They each have only 1 point. South Korea -1 in goal difference. Uruguay at -2. So that sets up what is going to happen on the next match day. It will be match day 10 if my math is correct. Once again, we said there'd be no math on this show. Here's your Tuesday. Ecuador and Senegal. Ecuador to +145. Your draw and Senegal, basically the same thing at a +217 to +219. And remember, now that we are in the final match days, Group A, 10 o'clock Eastern time, both matches. Group B, 2 o'clock Eastern, both matches. Netherlands and Qatar, the other match to go off at 10 o'clock Eastern time. Remember, Qatar has been eliminated from the tournament. The Netherlands, a prohibitive favorite, no surprise, at a -455. Your draws a +553. Qatar north of +1,400 to get the win. 2 o'clock Eastern time. The United States, even money against Iran at a +100. Your draws a +245. Iran at a +305. A draw and a loss do the United States no good. It is win and into the knockouts. Here's Tim Ream when he was asked about the problems that Iran poses offensively going up against the USA defense, courtesy of our friends at U.S. Soccer, their own cell.
What kinds of problems does Iran pose that maybe England and Wales didn't? Are they more dynamic kind of in transition? I mean, what do you see out of them?
I think they're similar to Wales in the first half anyway, and that they you watch them against England and they sat back a little bit more and tried to hit on the on the transition moments and the counterattack. Obviously, a couple very good players up front in Taremi with his finishing. So he's one to be aware of. But again, this game is going to be about us and about what we need to do and what we have to do to advance and to win. Being aware of their compact shape and their counterattacking is going to be key. And if we can we do that and finish our opportunities, then we're going to be all right.
The other match, Wales and England. England, prohibitive favorite at a -217. Wales is a +702, and your draw is a +338. So getting into permutations and combinations to see what needs to happen in these groups. Here's the deal. So Group A, state of play, it is the Netherlands at 4 points, Ecuador at 4, Senegal at 3, Qatar with no points. The remaining fixtures we just went through at 10 o'clock Eastern time. Qatar out of the World Cup after 2 matches, the earliest any host country has ever been eliminated from the World Cup. Netherlands look poised to win the group. Their final match is against Qatar. As we just said, Tuesday's game between Ecuador and Senegal looks to set to be a winner-take-all contest for the runner-up spot. Advantage Ecuador, as a draw will be sufficient to see them progress. Group B, England with 4, Iran with 3, the USA with 2, Wales with 1. Iran, Wales, and USA, they can all still qualify. Wales would need to beat England on Tuesday to have any chance of progressing. Gareth Southgate's squad will progress as group winners with a victory. A draw also will be enough if the USA and Iran ends in a draw as well. As long as England avoids a 4-goal defeat or greater to Wales, they will reach the last 16. Iran are certain to advance if they avoid defeat to the United States and Wales do not win, while, as we mentioned, the USA has to beat Iran to reach the last 16. So that is the assignment for Group A and Group B as we are in the first day of Match Day 3s. We'll give you the lowdown tomorrow as to what happened in the group, and we will hear from all of the principals. That is your World Soccer Review. Thanks to our friends across the board, and thanks to you for listening to us every single day as we try to figure out who is going to be the best in the world. For everybody here at SDH, I'm just John. For Jason, for Jared, and for Nick, play it safe, everybody. Mucha plata, y'all. Enjoy the games to figure out who is the best team in the world.